Welcome back. We're here with Sandy Bowers of Monkees of Lake Norman, the owner, and Krista Spare, our model for today. Thank you for joining the show.
Thank you for having us.
And they're going to be talking about what's happening in the world of fashion. What kinds of trends do we see happening? What can we expect for the fall?
Well, it's going to be a very fun fall in terms of fashion. I think all of us thought the 80s were gone. The 80s are back. They are very much back in terms of fashion, whether it be in your clothing that you're wearing or perhaps even your hairstyle. The 80s fashion is here, and it's a bit more sophisticated and chic, perhaps even more polished than we saw in the 80s. In the 80s, it got a little sloppy, and I think that's why everybody, when we got into the 90s and then into the year 2000, was ready to get rid of it. But there is a way to achieve that look and keep it from looking unpolished and a bit more sophisticated.
So for our age group.
Exactly.
Not just, okay.
Exactly, yeah, because I think we're not all Christus's age, but there is a way to achieve that. Christus is actually wearing a beautiful top from Anlo, and it shows a nice layered look, which is important for fall. The hue is purple, purple and blue, and of course gray and black is very important for fall. And layering it up, whether it be layering something over, which Christus will do here in a minute, or just leaving it open like this. And it's a bit of a flowy top, which will help to balance out another big trend, which I tell our customers this all the time. Jump out of your comfort zone, because skinny jeans are here to stay. They came back several years ago. They are definitely here. A little bit different than before for the fall is to keep the hemline or the inseam from being too long. For years we had very long hemlines, but here on Christus we've got the inseam is not quite as long as we're traditionally used to in order to show the shoe.
Okay.
So it's very important to show the shoe. Keep the leg as skinny or straight as you can. If you can't do a skinny or straight leg, it's easy to do a relaxed fit, but flared legs are for the most part gone. Gone is the flared leg for now. So we see on Christus's Tootsies there is a beautiful gladiator sandal. So gladiators came into style probably I think in spring, summer of 2008. Made a reappearance for this spring and summer, and carrying it into fall will be really important too. Particularly in this climate, in this climate, it's so warm for so long, and she could easily wear this shoe deep into October or even November. But it is important to see that gladiator-inspired shoe.
We paired the scarf too.
Yeah,
it really brings the color.
It does. The scarf is important, and I think for us here at the lake, it might be a trend that's going to be a little bit difficult to pick up initially because it is so hot.
Right.
Yeah.
But this is a very lightweight scarf, and they come in all different colors and different patterns, and it's so easy to pair and pair up with anything in your outfit, and you can in your wardrobe, and make your outfit look completely different.
It does. It changes it up.
And then we've paired her up also with a hobo bag. Which is very important to add in terms of your collection of handbags. I would definitely add a hobo in a blue color. It's beautiful. This is from Marc Jacobs, my own personal collection. And I think that this whole ensemble, like I said, illustrates the 80s look. We've got the hues that are important for fall: the grays, the blacks, and the scarf, and then the blue in the bag, and the purple on the top, and it works beautifully.
Now, what if you want to pick just a few items to make your wardrobe a little bit more versatile, or if you don't have the budget nowadays to get everything that you want, what would you recommend if you're just going to get a few pieces, or if you're going to?
I would pick a few statement pieces and combine it with a classic, perhaps a classic that you don't have in your wardrobe yet. So what we just saw on Christus, the statement piece for her, I think, was definitely the shoes.
Right.
We noticed those shoes when we walked in here this morning. We were talking about them. It's an important shoe. It's a bold shoe, and so I would definitely identify what's in your closet right now. Black, brown, silver, gold, metallics are very important. What do you have? What do you don't have? And it's what you don't have. Pick one of those and go all out. If you're going to get a good shoe, get a good shoe. Get a great one.
It sounds like have a pair of skinny jeans. Everybody needs to.
You're right.
Really have a pair of those.
Yeah. So if you don't already, a lot of women have a straight leg pant or jean in their closet. Pull those out. Maybe you might want to just bring them to the seamstress and get them hemmed up a little bit so we can see that cropped look. That's also important, and you can see the shoe. So it might not mean having to go and buy another pair. You might already have it in your closet. But if you don't, yes, I would definitely invest in that piece. And what we also
Wow.
did here, Christus's back, she just threw on a simple draped cardigan. We cannot have enough of these
pretty.
It is.
in our closet. I think a lot of women do have them in their closet and they wonder how to wear them.
Yeah.
But again, in Lake Norman, our climate is unique. It stays warm for so long. And I think that this draped cardigan functions like a coat would. And we would wear it deep into the fall, you know, long after the summer season's over. And she would look very much consistent with the fall fashion season, but she won't be hot.
Right.
Well, it's nice too when you've got the warm days and then it starts to get cooler in the night that you could go with what she had on initially and then bring the cardigan with you. If it gets a little chilly early in the day.
Because, you know, in October it can still be 70, 80 degrees, and she's probably not going to wear this during the day.
Right, right.
But take this off for the day, put it on at night, and she actually looks like she has a complete different outfit on.
Yeah.
Right. It's a good transitional piece too. I
Yeah,
think.
it is. So that's pretty much big and bold for fall is the 80s look. I'd say we were talking earlier about designers.
Right.
Some of our designers that we carry at the store, Anlo, for example, Trina Turk, and like I think you're wearing Annette Lepore. They've historically been so good and very consistent for years, and we do such a great job with their line. But by far our number one designer is Tory Burch, and I brought a little sample of her logo over there. People are falling head over heels.
I'm hearing that all the time now.
For Tory Burch, exactly. So Tory's important. She's doing scarves. In fact, she's doing accessories too. Some that are illustrated here with, you know, feathers, peacock feathers.
Yeah,
are
that's
very
interesting.
important.
That's something I was just checking out before we started. That's very unique.
Yeah, it is. And that might be, and actually that's a very inexpensive way. I want to say these
kind of change up your look, yeah.
Yeah, to change up your look, they maybe retail for like $20, $25.
Oh, it's not bad at all.
And you can immediately change up your look just with one
piece.
bold piece. Exactly.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. Monkees is actually the wardrobe provider for our show this month, and we've just loved trying all these wonderful dresses.
There's so many beautiful things.
Great
I could spend all
selection,
day in
too.
that
Yeah.
Thank you so much. We love having y'all there.
Great. Well, if you want more information about Monkees, you can go to LKNSavings.com, and they're on there. And you've got some great spring specials right now, or summer specials with your summer dresses.
Do. Thanks, Lori, for mentioning that. We've got our pre-sale going on right now, where you can find great shoes like from Tory Burch, or clothing from 30 to 40% off. Our big 50% off sale starts July 6th, and it gets a little crazy at that point because those are great savings you can't beat.
Sounds good. I'll be there.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Really
Thanks,
appreciate it.
Krista.
We'll be right back.